Massive smartphones have not had the easiest year in 2016. The Galaxy Note 7, as everybody knows, is no more. So what do you buy if you want a phone that's not got a 5.5-inch screen? Well, this is a good possibility. It's the Huawei Mate 9, the sequel to last year's Mate 8. And there's not a massive amount of difference in the design. However, the big change is that up here you've got the same dual lens Leica camera that we loved so much on the Huawei P9. This is a second generation sensor, which we'll come back to in a second. Now, the Mate 9 has got a 5.9-inch screen. It's huge, but the phone itself is shockingly compact. My hand is not big, yet it fits quite happily in my hand, and my finger can reach almost to the other side of the screen. It's genuinely compact. The body, pretty much the same footprint as an iPhone 7 Plus. So you're getting a very compact smartphone, but a really massive screen experience. This is a 1080p resolution on here. The screen is bright and very pretty. Now, this runs Android 7 Nougat, the latest version, but Huawei has covered it with EMUI 5.0, which is a completely reworked version of its Android user interface. Big change first off you'll notice is this little button here. It's got an app tray. For the first time on a Huawei phone without installing some third-party launcher, you've got an app launcher, an app tray, which is great news, really good for a lot of people who really like that experience. Another key change is the notification shade. On previous Huawei phones you had to swipe around and move about to find all of these shortcuts, but they're right there where they should be, at the top of the notification shade. So it's a really good alteration. It's also super fast. Huawei have made speed improvements throughout the system, and it works really, really well. We've not had any performance complaints here. It's the Kirin 960 processor inside. First time Huawei has used its own brand of high performance chip inside a new smartphone. The Kirin 960 here is an octa-core chip, and it's supported by 4 GB of RAM. So let's have a look at this dual lens camera on the back. It's a second generation camera. Top lens shoots colour, the bottom lens shoots monochrome, now 20 megapixels monochrome. So the detail has been enhanced once more. Like the P9, this shoots in bokeh mode, which as you might know gives you a blurred background, and it's really easy to use. Here's a picture that we took earlier. To enter the adjustment, you have a wide aperture button up there, and you can focus on alternative parts of the picture and then unblur or blur the background to your heart's content. So it's very simple to use. The camera interface itself is also very, very simple. It's a swipe in on either side to bring up the menus, and a swipe here to bring up Pro mode. So it's very simple to use, which we really like. The camera is also fantastic. We've taken some great pictures and really enjoyed using it, which we think is really important on any modern smartphones, to enjoy using the camera. So, in summary, we really, really like the Mate 9. Huawei has done an amazing job actually listening to our complaints over the past few phones and fixed many of the issues we've had on the Mate 9. Considering there aren't many other options out there for big screen smartphones at the moment, you're between this and say the LG V20. If you're not quite into the V20, this is looking like a very, very good option. We're waiting for release details for the US. We're waiting for release details for the UK, but it is on its way. There are a variety of places already announced, including China and Japan and a few other countries in Europe. The price around $750 in those countries at the moment, but we're waiting to hear for full release details for the very, very nice Mate 9 in the near future. You can read a full review of the Mate 9 on Digital Trends right now.